Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is Renuka with the evening news. The headlines. Cabinet approves interest subvention of 1.5% per annum on short-term agriculture loan up to 3 lakh rupees to ensure adequate credit flow to farmers. Home Ministry says no directions given to provide EWS flats to Rohingya illegal migrants at Bakarwala in New Delhi. India-Thailand Joint Commission meeting concludes in Bangkok today. Political, economic, defence and health issues discussed in the meeting. Union Minister Piyush Goyal asked textiles industry to put thrust on high-quality products and scale to meet growing needs of world market. BJP reconstitutes party's parliamentary board, includes former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, Iqbal Singh Lalpura and others. Government undertakes Project Cheetah to re-establish endangered species in its historical range in India. And in Durand Cup football, Odisha FC trounces North East United 6-0 and Bengaluru FC defeats Jamshedpur FC 2-1. The Cabinet has approved interest subvention of 1.5% on short-term agriculture loan up to 3 lakh rupees. Briefing media after the Cabinet meeting in New Delhi this afternoon, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur said the decision has been taken to ensure adequate credit flow in the agriculture sector. He said the interest subvention of 1.5% will be provided to lending institutions by the government. This increase in interest subvention support requires additional budgetary provisions of 34,856 crore rupees for the period of 2022-23 to 2024-25 under the scheme.
जून जुलाई महीने में अगर आप देखेंगे तो 2-3 बार लगातार आरबीआई ने रेपो रेट में बढ़ोतरी की, एक बार 40 पॉइंट की फिर 50 पॉइंट्स की, तो इसका प्रभाव किसानों को ज्यादा ब्याज देने पर न करना पड़े या फिर बैंक जो किसानों को 7% पर ब्याज दर पर पैसा देते हैं उन पर बोझ न पड़े, तो भारत सरकार ने निर्णय लिया है कि 1.5% इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशन अपनी ओर से देगी और 34,856 करोड़ रुपया इसके लिए हम उपलब्ध करवाएंगे.
The government also approved enhancement of limit of emergency credit line guarantee scheme by 50,000 crore rupees for travel, tourism and hospitality sector.
और ये 50,000 करोड़ स्पेसिफिक ट्रेवल, टूरिज्म, हॉस्पिटैलिटी सेक्टर के लिए रहेगा, जो एक बड़ा रोजगार देने का सेक्टर है, चाहे जम्मू कश्मीर, हिमाचल प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड हो या दक्षिण में केरल हो, पश्चिम में हमारे गुजरात से लेकर नॉर्थ ईस्ट तक हो, बहुत सारे राज्यों में करोड़ों लोगों को कुल मिलाकर रोजगार के अवसर ट्रैवल, टूरिज्म, हॉस्पिटैलिटी से मिलते हैं. तो 50,000 करोड़ रुपया केवल और केवल ECLGS में इन सेक्टर्स के लिए रखा जाएगा और इसके लिए जो एडिशनल हमें अपनी ओर से गारंटी कवर देना पड़ेगा वो एक्सक्लूसिव एडिशनल गारंटी कवर भारत सरकार देगी लगभग 7,500 करोड़ रुपए का, ताकि 50,000 करोड़ रुपया ट्रैवल ट्रांसपोर्ट सेक्टर को मिल पाए.
The minister said the cabinet also approved providing access of the traditional knowledge digital library database to users, including patent applicants and researchers. This will be a new dawn for Indian traditional knowledge, as the library will drive research and development and innovation based on India's valued heritage across diverse fields.
पेटेंट एप्लीकेंट्स हैं, इन्वेंटर्स हैं, रिसर्चर्स हैं, इनको TKDL यानी कि ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज डिजिटल लाइब्रेरी का एक्सेस इनको दी जाएगी. और आपको कारण पता है कि रिसर्चर्स को कई बार यही नहीं पता होता था कि इस क्षेत्र में रिसर्च करें तो क्या इसमें कहीं पहले से रिसर्च तो नहीं हुई. तो इस निर्णय के कारण उनका काफी समय कम भी लगेगा और उनका खर्चा भी और उनके संसाधन भी इस पे कम खर्च होंगे. जैसे कि अटल इनोवेशन मिशन, टिंकरिंग लैब्स, हम इनको भी इसके माध्यम से लाभ पहुंचा सकते हैं. ये एक इंटीग्रेटेड अप्रोच है जिसके माध्यम से हम जो हमें विरासत में मिला उसको आज की युवा पीढ़ी के माध्यम से, अनुसंधान के माध्यम से आने वाली पीढ़ियों को भी बहुत कुछ दे सकते हैं.
The Home Ministry today clarified that it has not given any directions to provide EWS flats to Rohingya illegal migrants at Bakarwala in New Delhi. The Delhi government proposed to shift the Rohingyas to a new location. The Home Ministry said in a release that it has directed the Delhi government to ensure that the Rohingyas, the illegal foreigners, will continue at their present location at Kanchankunj and Matanpur Khadar, as the Home Ministry has already taken up the matter of deportation of illegal foreigners with the concerned country through the Ministry of External Affairs. It said illegal foreigners are to be kept in their detention centre till their deportation as per law. The Delhi government has not declared the present location as a detention centre and they have been directed to do it immediately. The Bharatiya Janata Party hit out at Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, alleging that he is doing appeasement politics over Rohingya illegal migrants. Briefing media in New Delhi today, the party spokesperson Gaurav Bhatia accused Mr. Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party of doing the politics of appeasement, keeping national security at bay. He claimed that Rohingya illegal migrants are a threat to the country. Mr. Bhatia stressed that it has been a clear policy of the central government that there will be no compromise on national security.
अरविंद केजरीवाल और आम आदमी पार्टी राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा को ताक पर रखकर तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति करती है। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी जो पिछली बार भी हमारे प्रश्नों का उत्तर नहीं देने आए बाहर, इस बार भी नहीं आएंगे तो निष्कर्ष केवल एक ही होगा, अरविंद केजरीवाल का हाथ रोहिंग्या के साथ।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed happiness after the success of Aspirational Districts program on parameters such as health, nutrition, education and exports. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said he is glad to see the lives of lakhs of people get transformed due to the Aspirational Districts program. The 9th India-Thailand Joint Commission meeting concluded in Bangkok today. The meeting was co-chaired by Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Thailand, Don Pramudwinai, and India's Minister of External Affairs, Dr. S. Jaishankar. After the meeting, Dr. Jaishankar tweeted that productive conversations were held to further strengthen our all-encompassing bilateral relationship. Both sides also discussed advancing contacts in political, economic, security, as well as defence, connectivity and health domains. Dr. Jaishankar also said as Myanmar's neighbours, India and Thailand exchanged views on the situation. He said both sides also discussed cooperation within the ASEAN and BIMSTEC. Dr. Jaishankar said India and Thailand also shared their perspectives on the Indo-Pacific. The Indian External Affairs Minister tweeted that agreements signed on cooperation in health and broadcasting will take ties forward between the two countries. Dr. Jaishankar arrived in Thailand yesterday to attend the India-Thailand Joint Commission meeting. Both the countries are celebrating 75 years of establishment of diplomatic relations. Dr. Jaishankar began his Thailand visit by meeting the Indian community. Addressing the Indian community in Bangkok, he said India's relationship with the ASEAN has emerged as a key cornerstone of India's foreign policy.
If I were to look at the 5 big economic partners we have in the world, they are the European Union, the United States, China, ASEAN and the Gulf. Now within ASEAN, all of you know how important Thailand is. For us today, especially because there is a lot of volatility in the world, it is very, very important that India-ASEAN relations not just do well but actually grow. I think this understanding is there in ASEAN countries. My enthusiasm to grow this relationship is completely shared on the Thai side.
Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia has urged states and union territories to accelerate coverage of precaution dose for COVID-19 among population aged 18 years and above. He said vaccination camps should be organized at public places like bus stands, railway stations, airports, schools, colleges, religious yatra routes, religious places, etc. to increase the uptake of precaution dose among the eligible beneficiaries. The states have been advised to ensure that all vaccine doses are utilized on the basis of first expiry, first out principle to avoid expiry of the vaccines. Dr. Mandavia virtually interacted with the health ministers of states and union territories yesterday to review the implementation of flagship schemes of the central government. Talking to AIR News Chairman COVID Task Force, Dr. N.K. Arora said,
the importance of precaution dose can be understood that in recent weeks, the number of COVID cases and at some places number of hospitalization have increased due to COVID. Precaution dose provides us with an additional cover of protection against the severe disease, hospitalization and death. I would request everyone above the age of 18 years to get the precaution dose as soon as possible. COVID vaccination centers are near your homes. Vaccines are available in plenty and they are available free. Now a new Corbavax heterologous vaccine option is also available. The central government has requested all state governments to ensure that the vaccines are given at an accelerated pace and there shouldn't be any difficulty in getting the vaccine.
Textiles Minister Piyush Goyal has stressed on innovation across all value chains in the textile sector. In his keynote address at the 10th edition of Asian Textiles Conference, TexCon, in New Delhi this evening, Mr. Goyal also urged the textile sector to focus on recycling and digitization. He also stressed on sustainable textiles. The minister said the role of textile sector has been extremely important in the last 75 years and now also it has crucial role in expanding the economy. He asked the textiles industry to take benefit of National Technical Textiles Mission. Mr. Goyal said there should be thrust on high-quality products and scale to meet the growing needs of world market.
Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said the government has institutionalized capacity building of its officials for getting maximum output. Addressing the Assistant Section Officers Probationers of 2019 batch at the Institute of Secretariat Training and Management ISTM in New Delhi today, Dr. Singh called upon civil servants to work towards fulfilling the expectations of a citizen in a diligent and result-oriented manner. The BJP today reconstituted the party's parliamentary board and the Central Election Committee. Headed by the party's national president, JP Nadda, the board will have Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh and Home Minister Amit Shah. New members have been added to the board. They are former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, Rajya Sabha MP K. Lakshman, former Lok Sabha MP Sudha Yadav, former Union Minister Satyanarayan Jatia and Iqbal Singh Lalpura. In the party's Central Election Committee, Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, Union Minister Bhupendra Yadav and Rajya Sabha MP Om Mathur have been included.
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the Election Commission of India has notified the schedule of special summary revision of electoral rolls with reference to the 1st of October 2022 as a qualifying date. AIR Jammu correspondent reports that addressing a press conference in Jammu today, Chief Electoral Officer CEO Jammu and Kashmir Hirdesh Kumar has said that there is an opportunity for youth attaining 18 years as on the 1st of October 2022 or earlier to become part of voters list in Jammu and Kashmir. He said new user-friendly forms have been prepared for voter registration and a provision has been made in the modified registration forms for linking Aadhaar number with electoral roll data. Mr. Kumar said voter ID cards with updated security features will be issued to the voters. About holding assembly elections in J&K, the CEO said the decision is to be taken by the Chief Election Commissioner. He said whenever elections are held in Jammu and Kashmir, 600 new polling stations will be set up and there will be a total number of 11,370 polling stations. He further added integrated draft electoral rolls will be published on the 15th of September 2022 and the claims and objections will be filed between the 15th of September to the 25th of October 2022 while the final publication of electoral rolls will be made on the 25th of November 2022. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami launched the Agniveer recruitment under the Agnipath scheme at Kotdwar in Pauri district today. The Chief Minister said the state government would provide employment to the Agniveers who completed their tenure under the Agnipath scheme. He said the central government has started this scheme in the interest of the youth and this scheme will prove to be meaningful for every youth. Under the Agnipath scheme, Agniveer recruitment rally will start on the 19th of August for 7 districts of the Garhwal division in Kotdwar. About 70,000 youth of the state have registered for this.
The BJP today questioned the silence of senior Congress leaders over increasing incidents of mob lynching and crimes in Rajasthan. Briefing media in New Delhi, party leader and Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat came down heavily on the Rajasthan government. Congress leaders Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra over their silence on mob lynching of a vegetable vendor in Alwar. He said there has been increase in crimes against women in Rajasthan in the last 3 years.
पिछले 3 साल में राजस्थान में जिस तरह से मॉब लिंचिंग, महिलाओं के खिलाफ दुराचार, नाबालिग या अबोध बच्चियों के साथ में दुर्व्यवहार और अत्याचार, बच्चों की तस्करी, दलितों के खिलाफ अत्याचार, एक मजहब विशेष के लोगों के खिलाफ बर्बरता, इन सब तरह के घृणित अपराधों में राजस्थान नित्य नए कीर्तिमान स्थापित कर रहा है.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Cabinet approves interest subvention of 1.5% per annum on short-term agricultural loan up to 3 lakh rupees to ensure adequate credit flow to farmers. Home Ministry says no directions given to provide EWS flats to Rohingya illegal migrants at Bakarwala in New Delhi. India-Thailand Joint Commission meeting concludes in Bangkok today. Political, economic, defence and health issues discussed in the meeting. Union Minister Piyush Goyal asks textiles industry to put thrust on high-quality products and scale to meet growing needs of world market. BJP reconstitutes party's parliamentary board, includes former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, Union Minister Sarbanand Sonowal, Iqbal Singh Lalpura and others. Government undertakes Project Cheetah to re-establish endangered species in its historical range in India. And in Durin Cup football, Odisha FC trounces North East United by 6-0 and Bengaluru FC defeats Jamshedpur FC by 2-1. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
मुट्ठी भर अंग्रेज और हमारे विशाल देश पर राज करने का स्वप्न देख रहे हैं, पर हम इनके स्वप्न को चकनाचूर कर देंगे.
निकल पड़े स्वाधीनता के पथ भाले, स्वतंत्रता संग्राम की सुनी अनसुनी कहानियों के साथ स्वराज हर रविवार रात 9 बजे डीडी नेशनल पर.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख.
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प.
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग.
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता.
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर.
8700014242.
Welcome back to the evening news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today attended a special screening of Doordarshan's production Swaraj, Bharat Ke Swatantrata Sangram Ki Samagra Gatha. The screening was held at Parliament House. Speaking on the occasion, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur said India is celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in the 75th year of independence. He expressed awe at the response received by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call of Har Ghar Tiranga. Talking about the serial Swaraj, the minister said this serial will provide a unique opportunity to the people to get a better understanding of the country's freedom struggle and the contributions made by unsung heroes. He also appreciated All India Radio's effort for providing a unique opportunity to young people in the AIR Next program.
देश भर में दिखाने का प्रयास किया जाएगा. हर रविवार 9 बजे दूरदर्शन पर इसकी प्रस्तुति होगी और हर शनिवार को रिपीट टेलीकास्ट, इसके अलावा अलग अलग दिनों में भी रिपीट टेलीकास्ट होगा. मैं आपसे इतनी ही अपेक्षा करूंगा कि जब आप इसको देखें तो अपने अनुभव भी साझा करें, हमें अपना फीडबैक भी दें ताकि अगली जो बन रही है एपिसोड से उनमें हम सुधार कर सकें. और एक बार फिर दिल की गहराइयों से मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का, जिन्होंने हम सबके सामने कल्पना रखी भी थी, हम सबको आशीर्वाद भी दिया, ये छोटा सा प्रयास देश के उन स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों के नाम आप सबके सामने रखने जा रहे हैं. आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people of the country and abroad in the Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio at 11 a.m. on the 28th of this month. It will be the 92nd episode of the monthly radio program. The Prime Minister has invited people to share their ideas on topics he should address on the coming episode of Mann Ki Baat. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said he is looking forward to ideas and inputs for the upcoming Mann Ki Baat. People can share their views in the Namo app or MyGov open forum. They can also dial the toll-free number 1-800-11-7800 and record their message for the Prime Minister in either Hindi or English. The phone lines will remain open till the 25th of August. People can also give a missed call on 1922 and follow the link received in SMS to directly give their suggestions to the Prime Minister.
Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for the 1.3 billion citizens across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with the series Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio.
Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke Saath, reliving the journey of India since independence over the last 75 years with All India Radio. Starting 15th August, the series will be broadcast on All India Radio, 100.1 FM Gold Channel, primetime news bulletins and across all its platforms. Tune in to stay updated with All India Radio.
In today's episode, we bring you the story of how the Constitution, the soul of Indian Republic, came into effect.
The Constituent Assembly held its first sitting on the 9th of December 1946. The Constitution was adopted on 26th November 1949 and came into force on the 26th of January 1950. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said, "The Constitution is not a mere lawyer's document. It is a vehicle of life, and its spirit is always the spirit of age."
Let us leave aside slogans. Let us leave aside words which frighten people. Let us even make concession to the prejudices of our opponents. Bring them in so that they may willingly join with us on marching upon that road, which, as I said, if we walk long enough, must necessarily lead us to unity.
Our Constitution provides for parliamentary democracy, universal adult franchise, rule of law, independent judiciary, fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy. The preamble to the Constitution lists justice, liberty, equality and fraternity as its ideals.
Our difficulty, as I said, is not about the ultimate future. Our difficulty is how to make the heterogeneous mess that we have today take a decision in common and march in a cooperative way on that road which is bound to lead us to unity. Our difficulty is not with regard to the ultimate. Our difficulty is with regard to the beginning.
Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the architect of the Constitution, had proudly acclaimed that the Constitution of India has been framed after ransacking all the known constitutions of the world. It is a tribute to the wisdom and foresight of the makers of the Constitution that they presented to the nation a document that enshrined fundamental values and highest aspirations shared by the people.
Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke Saath can be accessed on AIR News Alerts on Twitter, News on AIR official YouTube channel, News on AIR app, Facebook and Instagram handles. So tune into All India Radio News for Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani ke Saath. A two-day regional conference on administrative reforms will be held in Itanagar tomorrow. Minister of State for Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Dr. Jitendra Singh, and Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Pema Khandu, will inaugurate the event.
Northeast Diary program broadcast every Thursday and Sunday at 5:30 p.m. brings very interesting and enchanting stories from the 8 Indian states of Northeast India. Northeast Diary this week, that is 18th of August 2022, brings an exclusive interview with Tarundeep Rai, India's celebrated archer from Sikkim. Looking forward to see you there.
The government has undertaken the ambitious Project Cheetah, which aims to re-establish the species in its historical range in India. Reintroduction of wild species, particularly the cheetah, is being undertaken as per the International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN) guidelines. The Environment Ministry said processes like disease screening, quarantine of release candidates, as well as transportation of live wild animals across continents require careful planning and execution.
The Enforcement Directorate ED today carried out search operations at multiple locations in Mumbai in related to irregularities in redevelopment of Patra Chawl in 2018 involving Shiv Sena's Member of Parliament Sanjay Raut. According to the officials, the action is being taken based on the information given to the agency by Raut during the interrogation. Raut is currently in judicial custody till the 22nd of August. NASA's new moon rocket arrived at the launch pad on Wednesday ahead of its debut flight in less than 2 weeks. The 98-meter rocket emerged from its mammoth hangar late Tuesday night, drawing crowds of Kennedy Space Center workers. NASA is aiming for the 29th of August liftoff for the lunar test flight. There will be 3 mannequins, test dummies, inside the crew capsule atop the rocket, swarming with sensors to measure radiation and vibration. The capsule will fly around the moon in a distant orbit for a couple of weeks before heading back for a splashdown in the Pacific. The entire flight should last 6 weeks. The flight is the first moonshot in NASA's Artemis program. The space agency is aiming for a lunar orbiting flight with astronauts in 2 years and a lunar landing by a human crew as early as 2025.
In football, Odisha FC defeated Northeast United FC by 6-0 in Durand Cup at Indira Gandhi Athletic Stadium, Guwahati. Earlier in another match, Bengaluru FC defeated Jamshedpur FC by 2-1 at Kishore Bharati Krinangan, Kolkata. In the opening match yesterday, Mohammedan FC beat defending champions Goa FC by 3-1 at the Vivekananda Yuba Bharati Krinangan, Kolkata. The Sensex and the Nifty today posted gains of more than 0.5%. A report from the business desk.
The Sensex jumped 418 points or 0.7% to finish at 60,260. The Nifty also climbed 119 points or 0.67% to end at 17,944. In the forex market, the rupee depreciated 6 paise against the US dollar. The domestic currency closed at 79 rupees and 45 paise against the American unit. Gold was trading at 51,835 rupees per 10 gram at the multi-commodity exchange for October contracts. Silver was trading at 57,310 rupees per kilogram for September contracts when reports last came in. Gaurang Dhawanlal for AIR News.
Now let us have a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. National capital Delhi is expected to have a partly cloudy sky. Minimum temperature will be 26 degrees Celsius while a maximum of around 35 degrees is expected. Mumbai is likely to have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Minimum temperature will be 25 degrees. Maximum will be around 30 degrees. Kolkata is expected to have a partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature will be 28 degrees. Maximum around 35. Chennai will witness a partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Minimum temperature will be 27 degrees Celsius and a maximum of around 34 degrees. Srinagar expected to have a partly cloudy sky becoming generally cloudy towards afternoon or evening or night. Minimum temperature will be 19 degrees, maximum around 29. Jammu will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Minimum temperature will be 24, maximum around 30. Muzaffarabad is expected to have a partly cloudy sky. Leh will have a partly cloudy sky too. Gilgit will experience a generally cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm in the south. Hyderabad and Bengaluru will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Thiruvananthapuram expected to have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm in northeast. Guwahati, Impala, Aizawl, Shillong, Gangtok, Kohima, Itanagar will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Cabinet approves interest subvention of 1.5% per annum on short-term agriculture loan up to 3 lakh rupees to ensure adequate credit flow to farmers. Home Ministry says no directions given to provide EWS flats to Rohingya illegal migrants at Bakarwala in New Delhi. India-Thailand Joint Commission meeting concludes in Bangkok today. Political, economic, defence and health issues discussed in the meeting. Union Minister Piyush Goyal asked textiles industry to put thrust on high-quality products and scale to meet growing needs of world market. BJP reconstitutes party's parliamentary board, includes former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, Iqbal Singh Lalpura and others. Government undertakes Project Cheetah to re-establish endangered species in its historical range in India. And in Durand Cup football, Odisha FC trounces North East United 6-0. Bengaluru FC defeats Jamshedpur FC 2-1. And with that we end the evening news. Good night.